All right, so this is how to access your netCDF file that you downloaded. You cannot just add it directly from Add Data. You actually have to import it using a tool. So you're going to go to your geoprocessing, and you're going to look for a tool called Make Multidimensional Raster Layer. It's from the Multidimension tools. And it's really simple. You're just going to navigate to your raster. Um, so wherever you downloaded it, and it's got this really long extension called a netCDF file. Let's go ahead and click OK. And then you're going to want to give it a name that is not that. You can leave all of this the same and then just go ahead and click Run. And it's actually really fast. So here's where this is super useful. Also, I would add just a world country layer because otherwise you're looking at this and you have no point of reference. But go ahead and activate your layer, and then you're going to go up to the tab where it says multidimensional. And then here is where you can change what you're seeing. So your variable is going to stay the same. But your level, remember we downloaded the 50, the 70, and the 100, and you do see a slight change when you change those. But here's where most of your control is going to come in because we picked every date and time in February. So here you're looking at February 1st at midnight, 1 o'clock, all the way through. So scroll through and find whatever date and time you want. And then when you click that, you will get the new raster. When you have the raster you're looking for, what you're going to do is you're going to click this data tab and you're going to export the raster. So be really specific what you are exporting here because you're going to have a bunch of different examples. So this one right here is 100 on the 3rd at 1 p.m. So I would probably call this, remember you can't start with a number, so do like VO100, maybe 2, 3 to indicate the date, and then maybe 1 a.m. Don't forget to leave the period for the TIFF, and then go ahead and export. So we can go ahead and turn that off. And then this is my new raster that has those variables. If I remember, these were like hecto whatever. So you can always just multiply that and get a more usable number out of it. Or you can just change the label. I mean, the colors aren't going to change. So I know you wanted to do like some trace down streams or something with this, so you can do that here, or if you just want to export this as is, this is where that new tool comes in that we were using. So to activate that, you are going to go to imagery, and then you're looking for this created hosted imagery. It is a tile imagery layer, it is a single image, and then you're going to search for your source data. So it doesn't have a drop down like most things. You are going to have to go into this folder, and that is why you had to export this, because this netCDF is not a raster. So you need to look for this title. You're probably going to have to refresh, but there it is. And then next. Thinking about it. And then this is where you can actually give it a name. So VO 100 on February 3rd at 1 a.m. or whatever you want to call this, and then next, and then finally go ahead and run it. And I haven't noticed any issues with processing time or credits or anything like that. So you should be good to go to export as many of these as you would like. Um, Now, the other thing is that this multi-dimensional layer, so not the TIFF, but the original one, does have a lot of tools here. I am not super familiar with any of them, but if you click on a tool, then you do have the option to read the documentation on it. Of course, that opened in a new window, but here's the documentation on it. Here's what it does. Um, I'm not really sure what all you want to use this data for, even if all you want is just to have the rasters. I think that's pretty powerful. But if you want to look into how to use any of these, I highly encourage that. All right, so pretty simple. Let me know if you have